Hey, what's up? Good morning. And I hope this podcast really helps you out today. And I know the title is a big claim, but this is something one of my clients did over the last couple of months. And I wanted to come on here and share his strategy of how he was able to do this. All right. So about 6 months ago, Shawn reached out to me. Shawn is a basketball trainer, and at the time he was struggling. He really didn't have any clients. He had a couple of clients that he was working with, but no one really knew him. He wanted to get more clients, and we talked over the phone. He ended up getting my help for a few months, and one of the things I wanted him to do at the very beginning is what I'm going to share with you now. And he has done this, and he has significantly grown his business over the last couple of months using this strategy. And I want to tell you about it because I know how powerful this is. I've done it personally, and I know this is also going to be something that will help you. And this will only help you if you decide to take action. And I know one of the things every coach wants is more clients. You make more clients, or you get more clients. Obviously, financially, you'll do better. And you want to get more exposure. And I know this will help you, okay? So the first thing I want you to do, like normal in our podcast, is take a pen and a piece of paper and commit to this, okay? So this is going to be broken into 3 steps. And if you want to learn more about this after this podcast, go to my website, www.buildmysportsbiz.com, and then click on Mastermind. That's where I will personally be able to help you and a group of coaches who are also action takers like Shawn. And so go check that out after this episode is done if you want to learn more, okay? So here's step 1 though, okay? You want to write this down. Step 1 is you're going to go to Google Docs. All right, I'm going to repeat that. You're going to go to Google Docs, and you're going to create a spreadsheet. Okay? So you're going to create a spreadsheet that has every, I would say, influencer in your city. So this is going to be every organization. That could be like the YMCA. For soccer coaches, that could be like the ACY or AYSO. There's different types of organizations in your city, no matter what sport you coach. Could be every high school coach, every middle school coach, and basketball could be every AAU coach. There's going to be multiple organizations in your city that already have influence over kids, that already train kids in your city. So we want to put every single organization down that's within your sport, okay? First, we're going to put their organization. Then we're going to put whoever the director of coaching is. We're going to put their name. And then we're going to put that person's name, number, and email address. That is all step 1, all right? This will take you time, all right? I know when Shawn did this took him about 4 or 5 hours. The great thing is as long as you have access to the internet, which I know you do if you're listening to this podcast, you'll be able to do what I'm talking about, okay? But take the time. Don't just do like one Google search and then find 2 people and that's it. Shawn, when he did this, he found over 75 people that he wanted to connect with, all right? 75 people. It's a lot, okay? So I know that takes time, all right? That's step 1. Step 2 is after the list is created, we're going to go one by one and call each person to introduce ourselves and ask them how we can help them. So here's a great example. I created a partnership here with the YMCA in my city. This was several years ago. And this was before I really knew about what I'm telling you about right now. But back then, I wanted to get involved with the YMCA because they have a large population of kids that play soccer in my city. There's one in particular that's near where I live. they have like a few thousand kids. So if they have a few thousand kids, they have a few thousand parents. And obviously there's someone in charge of running their league. So I did a little research and I found out this guy's name. And what I did was, first I went to their facility just to like check it out. I went to a couple games just to see how busy it was. And I was like, all right, I need to make a move here. I need to see how I can help the YMCA so I can get in front of more kids at this particular facility. And so what I did was I found the person who's the organizer of their soccer league, who's also like the director of sports. And I called him. All right, it was very simple. I called him, and of course he didn't pick up. Most of these people that you're going to call will not pick up. So I left him a very, very nervous sounding voicemail, basically telling him who I was and how I want to volunteer my time and help the YMCA. That's all I said. And I also sent him an email. Didn't get a response. And there was like a week that went by, and I was like, dude, I'm just going to go to this guy's office. I don't care. So I wasn't going to, just go the next 6 months without getting a response. I wanted to go meet this guy. I know that I can help their organization, and I wanted to train more kids. So I went to his office, and when I got there, I had to talk to his assistant, and she was like, hey, he's going to be busy for the next hour, but in an hour from now, if you can come back here, you'll be able to meet with him. I was like, okay. And I just sat there for an hour, and he came out of his office and he was like, hey, I got your message. Tell me what's going on. Like, I'm interested. And so within 5 minutes, I sold this guy on the idea of me coming in, doing a free clinic to help the kids and the parents. And the way that the kids were going to sign up, or the way the parents were going to sign up, for the free clinic, was they have to go through my website where I collect their name, phone number, email. So I'm building a database from the YMCA, and that's from the parents who are coming to the clinic. So this way, like what I did was I put on these clinics where there's like 15 to 20 kids that come. Every single time I do a free clinic, I'm gathering 15 to 20 new leads. They're automatically getting on my newsletter. All right, if you don't have a newsletter, you need to do that. Go back and listen to the last couple episodes. I talk about that. And over a period of time, I built hundreds of new contacts because I would go into that YMCA once every 6 to 8 weeks to do another free clinic. I did that for years, and I got to know so many parents. Ultimately, those kids would come to my private training sessions, small group sessions. I ended up training a lot of those teams individually. And a large part of my business came from the YMCA because I built that initial connection with that coach. All right. Now, I took that same idea and I was like, all right, coaches who I help, I want to refine this idea, make it better and better and better. And so Shawn, like I said, he took that idea. Again, he was struggling. He needed help. He wanted more clients. And I could tell he was aggressive. Like, he was willing to pick up the phone, make contacts. And he built that, like I said, built a list of like 75 contacts. I just told you about one, which is the YMCA. I duplicated that over and over and over again with other organizations, with other teams, with other clubs in my city. That's how I've built so many connections in my city. That's how I know hundreds of coaches and thousands of parents, because of doing things like this, right? And there's no secret to it. You just need to set up the list, step 1. Step 2, call them and give them value. Don't say, hey, I have a training business. Can you give me clients? No one's going to want to help you when you do that. So you need to figure out, how can I give them value? How can I give them something that's beneficial to them, not beneficial to me, all right? But when they do set up a free clinic, then you set it up through your website. If you don't have a website, you need to get one. Go to buildmysportsbiz.com, tap on the resources page, and go get Kajabi. I'm telling you right now, that will streamline this whole process I'm talking about. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you don't have the money or the resources for that, that's okay. but you need to have something. You need to have something that is collecting the data. This way you can follow up with the parents, all right? Then step 3, all right? So step 1, we have the list. We go through that list. We call every single person. We make new contacts. We build new relationships. Step 2, we set up free clinics, all right? And step 3, we follow up with parents extremely hard, right? So now we have this database of parents. Now we can use that to sell into future opportunities, into private training, into group training, into other camps or clinics, whatever it is you want to specialize in. But because you've built that relationship, you've already demonstrated your session. Hopefully it's good. Kids like you, parents like you at that point. It's going to be very simple at that point to close them into your program, because when you only go to their organization once every 8 weeks, you're basically giving them a taste test of your program. You're not giving them the full thing. You're just saying, hey, I'm going to be there once every 8 weeks. Some kids, they will only do that. That's fine. You'll be able to build a relationship with them over that period of time, and you're going to get to know so many kids. So this is how you can build more influence. And I know with Shawn, what he did is he took that advice and he ran with it. And over the last couple of months, he's gotten I think around 40 new customers. And I'm talking about people who are paying. I'm not talking about people who are coming to these clinics. He has trained hundreds of kids in these free clinics over the past couple of months, and he's been able to transition them into clients. And his goal now is just to duplicate that. He's going to bring on another coach who's going to be doing the exact same thing. They're going to go do free clinics. He's going to build his database. And I'm telling you this because I have nothing to hide here. I have no secret agenda. Of course, I would love to help you in our mastermind. That is the next logical step for you to take if you're a serious coach, if you really want my help, if you really want the accountability, right? But I know if you implement this strategy and you go balls to the wall with it, you will get fantastic results. If you do it the exact way I said, if you create the contact list, you go do all these free camps, clinics, and you're not collecting any data from parents, it's not going to work the way I'm talking about. If you don't have a website, it's not going to work. If you don't email parents and have a newsletter going, it's not going to work. If you don't have the desire to follow up with parents the way I'm talking about, it's not going to work. So this is very important that you go through it piece by piece. I would recommend go through this podcast again if you need to have more clarity, but I know it's very straightforward. And if you want results like Shawn and you want the accountability, go to our website, www.buildmysportsbiz.com, and click on Mastermind. That is the next logical step you can take to get your business to that next level. That's it. I'll see you next time.